A sunrise. A spectacle that can only be seen if one is up early enough to see it. Slow in its movement, but beautiful in its progress, the sunrise is something that North Hollywood senior Sean Fernandez doesn't get to see often, because he's usually up in the gym with his father Jose Fernandez before the sun even comes up. An hour of ball work and shooting, then about an hour of weight training. This ritual has been routine since Sean's freshman year in high school.
My dad told me that as long as I want to do it, he'll wake up me in the morning and go through all the grueling stuff that I do in the morning. So it's both of us, mostly me. I want to work, I want to get better, and he's there with me right next to me every morning. So,
averaging 30 points per game this season, the drive from Sean may have started from his father, but throughout high school, it's been Sean that's been getting his father up every morning.
It is all him, and I did promise him. I told him, buddy, as long as you have this dream and as long as you want to keep on doing it, I'll keep on waking up with you and I'll keep on doing this with you.
A majority of the dribbling workouts are inspired from what most basketball coaches or players would deem unorthodox, but at its core, the goal is to achieve the ability to do anything with the ball at any given moment.
I was a break dancer when I was younger for a little bit. I had to stop because it was just terrible and I was bad at it. But my dad saw me crawling on the floor this one day doing this move, and he says, "What is that?" I said, Mike calls it the skittle. And he says, "Oh, can you dribble while doing that?" I said, "I can try." So my dad created this whole drill where you're on the floor dribbling around, going through your legs, behind the back.
Although these workouts begin in the wee hours of the morning, basketball has been something that Jose has passed to Sean and daughter Sage since they were toddlers.
We have a very little house, but we have a very long driveway, and we have trash cans that were bigger than them when they started at 4 and 5. And so we started doing every ankle breaker that I knew and every ankle breaker that we could find, and then we started watching all the skittles and the breakdancing moves, and we started combining that with the ball handling, and so we did that every day.
We actually started doing it at 4 in the morning because, as my dad told me, nobody can take your workout away at 4 in the morning.
After workouts in the morning, Sean isn't quite finished with his dad. Why? Because Jose then turns to Mr. Fernandez at school. Jose being a history teacher, then Coach Fernandez. Yes, Jose is the North Hollywood boys basketball varsity coach.
I learned how to play basketball late. I was a horseback rider, almost Olympic bound. I was doing that well, and one day I went to a basketball camp and I felt the leather ball and I heard it, the bounce and the smell of the gym, and all of a sudden I sold my 2 horses and it was myself 4 or 5 hours a day, every single solitary day on my street, up and down with every dribble that I could possibly learn.
The father-son combo has been successful. Since Jose's arrival at the school in Sean's sophomore season, the Huskies are coming off a 3-point loss in the LA City Section Division III semifinal to Franklin last year, and are currently unbeaten in the East Valley League at 7-0. Amidst the victorious Knights, Sean has had 11 30 or more scoring games, including 5 games at 40 points or more.
I mean, the first time I had 40, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And my friends were like, hey, that's cool. Then the next night I had about 28, and it gets in your head for the first time, but you gotta realize once it starts happening that they expect it from you again the next night. So you gotta be more consistent after that happens. You gotta stay focused.
And he's just such a great leader. He doesn't have the big head. He doesn't act like it. The student population here is 2,700 plus. And Sean blends in like he's a nobody.
Now with this confidence in his abilities, this confidence in who he is as he's getting older, and his own skill and his own convictions, and the realization that he's not doing this for anybody else but himself. He's not doing it for daddy. He's doing it for himself. There's a chemistry and there's a respect and there's an acceptance and an embracing of each role on our team. We have a very special team.
It's fair to say that Sean's success has been earned. He's put in the hours, the work, and certainly the sweat to achieve success in his senior year, and he believes that too.
I attribute all that hard work. I don't think without hard work you can't be a great player. I think you actually got to work hard to get those numbers that I have right now.
The saying goes, great shooters aren't born, they are made. Although Sean Fernandez may have been born to play basketball, his abilities have been forged over time. And at the very least, Sean has learned from his father that hard work pays off.